friends, how's it going? It's Shani today here. Welcome back to a tips and tricks video. Recently I've had a lot of you guys commenting on tips that you would like me to do and stuff that you would like me to talk through, and then as well as some of the stuff that I have previously advised you to do in videos no longer works, and I actually have updated tips and tricks on how to do a bunch of those things. So let's get into it. In this video we're going to be covering, obviously you would have clicked on the title because I have a money cheat to use on the Sims 4 console that doesn't require you to use cheats and turn your achievements off, so that's great. I'm also going to be discussing how to use the sledgehammer tool to select multiple walls at once. I'm going to be revisiting how to sell an entire stack in the inventory. I'm also going to look at the eraser tool again just to go through it for everyone to be completely on the same page, as well as I'm going to debunk one of the tips that I've actually read online, and I was super excited about finding out that, oh, this should work, get into my game, didn't work. So that is the free rotation tool. So yeah, let me explain something to you guys. Before I do a tips and tricks videos, I always make sure that I come into the game off camera and I write down everything that I've done so that I'm 100% sure before I sit down and film a video. Sometimes when I sit down and film a video, my tips don't always work the way they had just worked in the game, either the hour before while I was preparing or the day before, like in this case. I prepped for this video yesterday and it's so strange. I don't know what's going on. As of right now, time of filming, time of publication of this video, if you hold in LB and RB and A together, you can highlight multiple walls with the sledgehammer tool. Okay, so that's a thing. So if you only want to do one wall, there you go. The rest are all there. So I can't guarantee this is always going to work because apparently this game is weird, because yesterday I only needed to press LB and A and today I'm pressing LB and RB and A. So I don't know. That works now. I have video evidence that it works. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if that works for you. I do know that the console version on Xbox is supposedly more glitchy than it is on PlayStation. So please give me feedback in the comments below. But I am highlighting walls there. You can see it. It's happened. I just wanted to chat through the eraser tool as well, which is something that I previously had done. In order for the eraser tool to work, if I press Y now, it's not going to go to the eraser. You need to have already selected a design pattern, then switch to the eraser tool and then have it work. It won't switch directly after you've gone into the terrain tool. You have to select a design pattern first before you can switch to the eraser. So I hope that clears some of those comments up about confusion around the eraser tool. We're gonna go to the inventory. Now previously I told you that to sell a stack, all you need to do is press X and Y, but X and Y now only selects the stuff to place either on a different sim or in the world. Whereas if I just press Y, it goes, do you want to sell this item? You say cancel because you want to sell the whole stack. Now if you hold in LB and Y, it's still going to tell you that you only want to sell this item, which is so strange considering that I've had 2 variations of this happen now and I have no idea. All of a sudden now I've just been pressing Y, 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 X, Y, X, Y, and all of a sudden it wants to sell the stack. So I think it's a little bit iffy with the game. I don't know. So X and Y doesn't work, but try multiple times. I know that's frustrating, but as you would have seen now, I tried multiple times and all of a sudden now it says, do you want to sell the stack? Even for something that's singular now, just pressing Y wants to go and press sell stack. So I think that's a little bit of an iffy bug with the game itself. So I have posted on the Sim forums to ask them, guys, what's going on? I've seen XY, I've seen Y, I've seen LB and Y. What is it? What's going on? I'll also go and read a bunch of patch notes. If this gets updated and if I find any more details about this, I will be posting it in the comments of this video and pinning it. My honest advice is just to do what I did now. I pressed X, I pressed Y on its own, I pressed LB and Y, and eventually now it says you want to sell the stack. I know that's frustrating, but there is a solution rather than just going sell individually all the time. I have seen a bunch of people posting about an item's free rotation. So obviously that is something that us console players would die for, considering that if we rotate, you use the LB or RB buttons, but it only rotates at 45-degree angles. If we go to half tile, it does the same because that's movement. And then if we go into free placement and we still press, it still goes at 45-degree angles. I saw a comment about people saying if you hold in LB or RB, it's gonna rotate, but guys, it's not doing anything. It's just moving one increment at a time. I don't know if that's another bug that people have found where it's worked and then it hasn't worked and then it worked for other players and it isn't working for others. So I don't know, but as of my experience, I have not been able to freely rotate anything. It's only the 45-degree angles, unfortunately. Once again, if I find any updates about that, I will be posting it in the comments and pinning it to the top. So make sure you go check out the comment section. So then, obviously, the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is the money cheat, which I have done a previous video. So if you don't mind about turning your achievements off and using cheats, then go ahead and check out the video that I'm going to leave in the cards right now. But if you don't want to do that, and you still want to help your Sims along financially, I do have a workaround for you, and we're just going to go into Manage Worlds. If you check in the bottom, our simoleons at the moment is 5,000. I actually had a discussion with someone about this on Twitter not too long ago, and I liked his idea, but I didn't like the method, whereas I have used a different method that involves less Sims dying, which sounds morbid, but just stay with me for 2 seconds. So our De Silva household has a household funds of 5,000, as we would have seen. So you're gonna go into your manage households window, and then if you pick up this sim, you'll see that they have a household funds of 20,000. If we select move into lot, we can move the family in with our existing household. So then we'll say select, confirm, and we'll say we'll move in. So that'll combine the 2 households. They will then have a remaining funds of 25k instead of the 5k and the 20k. So, okay, cool. Now our De Silva household has more household funds, but we've got a random living with us. So now what we can do, previously the discussion that I had with the person on Twitter was saying that now you go lock them in a basement and you kill them, and then you have a whole bunch of urns lying around your house, and that just felt like a whole lot more effort than it needed to be. It's already so much effort. If you wanted more than 20k to move more than one household in, remember that a household can only hold 8 Sims at a time. So now if we go to the household, we'll see that we've got our 3 Sims. If the other portrait could load in, that'd be great. But if we go to more and we go to manage household, we can easily just move out the Sim that we've just moved in to grab their money. So what we can do is we can select this person. This sounds so terrible. And go to create new household, and we're going to transfer the Sim over. We'll see that that Sim is given the default 20k, but she also leaves behind the 20k in the family that we moved her in and out of. So that's just a workaround if you are looking to use a money cheat, but like me, you don't want to turn the achievements off. That does take a little bit of PT and a little bit of work, and it might just be easier to use the traditional money cheat. But like I said, on console, the achievements get turned off, and I love my achievements, and I love improving my gamer score. So that is an alternative, because now you'll see we have our lovely De Silva household. It's just the 2 of them again, and their household funds are on 25k instead of the 20k, instead of the 5k. So obviously, the more money you want, the more Sims you're going to have to move in and out. What's nice is when you go through to manage households, if you've moved in 3 Sims at once, you can move them all out into a household of 3, and the money will stay behind. That is just a quick workaround. It seems like basic common sense. I don't know, that feels weird. Like I said, I was having a conversation on Twitter. The person was like, hey, so you can move the people in, then trap them in the basement and kill them. And I was like, why do that when you can just move them out of the house again? So yeah, that is the video, guys. A little bit of a weird one, considering that the game is still really funky. Remember that if I do get any updates or feedback on regards a whole bunch of different cheats, even cheats that aren't mentioned in this video, I will be posting them in the comments and pinning them. So make sure you go visit the comment section. Leave a comment there of your own if you have any tips that you want me to visit, because a lot of these tips were tips that I had to go and research because they were requested by subscribers. So yeah, thanks to the subscribers that asked me the questions. I would have never known how to multi-select walls with the sledgehammer tool, so that was great. If you guys have anything else that you want to learn about The Sims 4 on console, then go ahead, and if I don't know the answer, I'm sure I'll research it, or I will direct you to someone who might know the answer better than I do. But anyway, guys, that was the video. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you are new around here. Remember that we all human differently, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers!